Oh, hey. Hi. Good, man. How are you? Yeah, I think most people are a little afraid of it. Thank you, thank you. Would you feel comfortable? Would you feel comfortable having your voice on the broadcast, or do you prefer just private conversation? No, I think no. I beg to differ, my friend. If you're open to it, then I will open up the floor. Otherwise, I will happily keep my earphones in. You know. I think that's the best way. Yes, it's a lot more interesting that way. Here, I just did it. Okay.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Hello, world. This is BlissFi3nd.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you said about consistency, developing consistency, right?
Yeah, I mean, how to be consistent, with work, and self-discipline and stuff. Because, I'm a little, like, really in trouble with this kind of habits and stuff. I'm not giving like either, not even 50% of my proficiency. How can I say it? Um, I'm sorry, English is not my first language.
What is your first language?
Romanian.
Romanian. Interesting. Cool, man. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't speak Romanian yet, so I can't help you there. We'll just do slow English.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So this is the question. I mean, how can you? What inspired you, for example, to be consistent in your life, or to be self-disciplined, um, to write down your goals, for example, to find your goals and stuff like that, the books you read, or any information that could help us.
Oh, I'm not the only one in this situation, Maybe.
Of course. I mean, I think this is a struggle that a lot of young men go through, right? Like we grow up, from the time we're kids, we're told like, okay, this is what you should do. Adults
Yeah,
blast us
indeed.
with a lot of words that we have no hope of understanding until we're far older.
Yes,
Right? Because
that's
they
right.
don't break it down. For them, it's like, okay, I see the world very clearly, and it's tough. Growing up is tough. Might I ask how old you are now?
Um, what age would you give me?
What age would I give you? Well, I mean, ultimately, I think that if you want to continue to invest deeper inside of the community, you'll make an introduction, and one of the questions I ask, like it's not even a mandatory question, right? It's just like, hey, here's some suggestions for things you may want to
I'm
answer.
I'm over 30, let's say.
You're over 30. Okay, so you're
Yeah.
over 30, but under 40, like mid 30s.
Yes. I'm probably around your age, maybe.
I mean, you're a little
Maybe
my
you are
senior.
younger.
You're a little my senior, but I would imagine that you have at this
Yeah.
point established some career for yourself. Maybe you have a family.
I don't have a family, and I just quit my job like 2 months ago.
I see.
Something like that.
Well,
in order to invest my time and my well, mostly my time, into my passion, which is painting and stuff.
oh, painting.
So
Okay.
yeah, so I would like, to become a lot. I would like to make a living out of art.
Out of your art, right.
To live my life as an artist. This
Of
is
course.
what I want to do,
Of
because
course.
when I had a regular job, 8 hours full-time job, I couldn't have the time. I couldn't find the time to spend to have this energy to go into deeper into art. So yeah, that's why.
So, what were you doing at your previous job?
Well, I had a random job. I was working in clothing manufacturing. So yeah, I was a machine cutter and stuff.
I see.
I mean, I don't have a higher education, and
right. So you
like
were
that.
so it's like factory work.
Yeah.
Factory work.
That's
You would in a day's work, you would spend 8 hours doing what? You're sitting at a machine and you're just feeding cloth.
Cutting fabric.
Cutting
cutting
fabric.
patterns.
Cutting
Yeah.
patterns. Okay. So
It's a pattern cutter. Yeah.
okay. How long did you work this job for?
Well, for about 2 years, I think. I had many previous jobs. I've been even outside country and stuff.
Okay.
Working all these little jobs.
Yeah, just odd jobs, whatever can pay the bills.
Yeah,
Keep
exactly.
food on your table.
To make a living.
Of course. I mean, this is very important, right? We have to eat.
Yeah, tell me.
Okay, so I'm curious. In this 2 years that you were working as cutting, doing these patterns.
Yeah.
In this clothing manufacturing role, were you ever late to your job?
If I ever?
Were you ever late to your job?
Late?
Did you always show up on time?
Probably a couple of times.
A couple of times?
I mean, starting work at 6 a.m. and I have 2 dogs as well.
Oh, wow.
And, I had to take them out and stuff, before work. So I had to wake up at, 4:30 or something. I had to spend time with my dogs and take them out and then, do all this stuff before going to work. So yeah, I had it's not, maybe sometimes, when I did that, it's because I was going to sleep late. So I was forgetting to put the alarm on or stuff like that. And they would be calling me 10 minutes over schedule and ask me if I'm coming or not,
Yes. What kept you up late at nights?
Well, I have hobbies. Some probably gaming is.
Oh, video gaming.
Yeah.
I see.
No, not viewer gaming.
No, not video gaming.
I'm actually, video gaming. Yeah.
Yeah, video gaming. What games were you playing?
I used to play World of Warcraft,
Wow.
Smite, arena games,
Yeah.
a lot of player versus player.
Yeah, I like PvP a lot too.
Content.
It's a lot more interesting than PvE. Because you have to play the other player. You're not just playing this pre-programmed thing. You already know how it's going to behave. Yeah, and with statistics being open, then you can, if other players know that you're a strong player, they'll interact with you differently than if you are a weak player.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, these ranked games. Okay, very interesting. So, Yeah, I mean, it sounds to me like you're already quite disciplined because it's difficult for people to get out of bed at
Yeah,
4:30 in the morning,
yeah,
and you were
yeah.
consistent because you had this job for 2 years. You already have
Yeah,
this.
I have I build up. I'm sorry for.
Don't apologize. Go ahead.
I build up the work ethic,
Of
So
course.
right now I'm trying to like build up my own little business or something, and to have enough time for my passion, because this is really something that I wanna uh, um, pursue. Yeah.
Yeah. This is, you
Yeah.
would say the art is your life's purpose to make
Yeah,
good art?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Who
I,
are
I
some
find
people that inspire
myself,
you?
in
Do you
this.
have heroes in the art world?
Um, I like some artists,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't. I mean, I would, I wanna bring that individuality, So um, I rather focus on myself and
Of course.
what I have inside me in my soul,
Yes.
and my mind, and try to. uh, I would say that music has a better uh, um, how can I say inspires me more than some art paint
Visual art.
painters.
Yeah, so music is more
Yeah,
inspiring to you than visual art.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, I think this is pretty common with visual artists, right? They like to listen to certain types of music while they're creating art. The
yeah,
music you would agree is a mood altering substance, right?
yeah, indeed.
Yeah, it can uplift you, it can bring you down as well. It can evoke all sorts of emotions, and then you can
Indeed,
also
yeah.
you hope that with your art you can also evoke similar emotions in people.
Exactly. I want to bring something to this world, something I want to leave some kind of a legacy,
Of
that
course,
that inspires people,
of course.
to be better or to, I don't know, to feel better at least, it's probably this is the highest desire of mine.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that once you have your basics covered, it's something that we all want to do, right? Or
Yeah,
most of us, like healthy grown-ups, want to do this. We want to create a legacy,
yeah,
something that will stand the test of time.
yeah.
So, do you make memes?
Um, Memes, not really. No,
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't make
either.
memes.
But a lot of young people, this is how they cut their teeth with, say, image manipulation. They make memes.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all about whatever's current. For you, what's your medium? Painting, you said, right?
Yeah,
For you is painting. How long have you
yeah.
been a painter?
Well, I just joined the painting class um, last year, so I completed my first year of painting
Okay.
class. So I'm going into the second one in this. I'm getting there.
Okay.
This is the road for me. So I try to stick on it. I try to stay on it as much as I can.
So before this painting class, were you creating other art? Like as a child, did you draw?
Um, I had a few drawings, but I didn't spend time with it. I didn't think that is going to. I have a nutty character as well, and my other hobbies were like, when you play games, for example. Um, how can I say? Video games. diminish your creative side, because video games increase your adrenaline levels. So it's, it puts you in that mood, where you cannot be really creative, So yeah, I didn't quite have this balance, but I didn't even spend time with making art. So yeah.
I see. Yeah, video gaming it can be quite addicting.
Yeah, addicting and very very mood related.
Yeah, you were saying that it can increase your adrenaline. When you have the stressful situations in life and in video games, it will increase your cortisol.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
This chemical response that we have, and it gets your
So
heart rate up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stress is no good, right? Certain stresses are great. Right. Other stresses, they will get in the way.
That's right. Yeah.
So you quit video gaming then?
I'm trying to,
Trying to, yeah. Okay. I mean, I think that you'll make it. You'll make it because you have something that's more compelling to you than playing video games. There's something that you recognize is more rewarding to you as an individual, and that will also work towards building your legacy. Whereas if you play video games, even if you're the top in the world in PvP arenas with Smite or WoW, you may be able to become the next ninja, but it's short-lived, right? It's temporary. People probably aren't going to remember you in 100 years as the top WoW PvP player.
That's right. Well, I'm not even, thinking. I don't have this thinking pattern. That my legacy would last for hundreds of years, but my heart tells me that I should go into art and I should produce stuff that I should leave something behind.
You should.
So
of course you should. I think you should. I mean, like while you're here, if for you, if money was no object, you would want to paint. Is that right? Is that fair? If you had all of your needs covered, if you had some generous benefactor who was sending you
I
money
would
all the
be
time.
Spending time with my passions more.
Yes. So outside of painting, which is by your own admission is kind of a recent passion, right? What other passions do you have? What other art or what other things do you really enjoy doing?
Well, before I was thinking about it's always related to being creative, like design, for example, fashion design and stuff, graphic design, architecture.
Graphic design, architecture. So you actually have some skills on the computer then, too.
Well, I'm not.
Have you worked with Photoshop,
I worked
Illustrator?
a little in 3D.
Okay. Maya?
3D programs.
Which one did you use?
But let's say Photoshop. It's not a 3D. This is a.
Well, they have a 3D now with Photoshop, but I don't know how strong it is.
I don't spend much time with it, know. Marvelous Designer, which is you can create 3D clothing models for 3D models, etc. Yeah. After Effects.
After Effects,
probably,
okay.
Yeah, and everything that. Oh, how can I say it? This I mean, I have some other programs as well, but I don't spend time with them because it's not what represents me,
Okay.
ultimately. So I rather spend time painting and creating on canvas and stuff.
Okay, with the amount of money that you have now, how long can you just go on doing nothing but painting?
Well, probably, let's say 6 months to 1 year.
6 months to 1 year, okay. That's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, that's about how much time I have. We don't have a lot of time, right?
We don't have a lot of time, yeah.
We're not like guys that have, that truly money is no object, not yet. So, going back a step, while you were working your last job, how long did it take you to get to work every day?
15 minutes.
15 minutes? Okay, that's a really good commute.
5 to 15 minutes. Yeah, I was really close to my work to my workplace. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Here in Houston, many people travel an hour, 2 hours every day on the roads.
Yeah, I know. That's
crazy.
why I don't like big cities.
Yeah.
Because you can lose your life.
You could.
You stay 2 hours on the road just for going and coming back.
Yep.
So
a lot of people, they're driving themselves this whole time. So like they're tired. They've already had a long day at work, and they're just driving around the place for an hour each way. It's terrible.
And you know what? I have this cousin.
Yeah.
That tells me he lives in the capital. So he tells me, George, when I go to work, I spend 1 hour in the car, and I get frustrated because of the traffic.
Of course.
So in 1 hour, I take all that frustration in me in the first hour of the morning, and I go to work and work 8-9 hours, and then I gotta go back another 1 hour on the road. So it's a continuous stress.
Yes.
It's very stressful.
Yes, it is.
It's like, so yeah.
So well, you were very fortunate that your work was so close to where you stay. You had such a short commute.
Yes, but I didn't like feeling like that, machine. I was like a machine, there. So
if you'd excuse me for just about 10 seconds, I need to grind this coffee. You may want to mute.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
It's my morning, Okay. I was curious because I just want to understand your situation better. Right?
Yeah.
And it's good that you have your brother who has a very long commute. You had a short commute, and you recognize how good it is to have a short commute. Now, you were telling me about these skills that you have with computers. You recognize not everybody has this type of skill, right?
Yeah.
It's in demand, but of course you'd like to make your living on art, maybe.
Yeah. You know what? I would like for example, I would like to have like a part-time, a 4-hour job.
Yeah.
And spend, so that I can have time for my things,
I understand. That sounds like it would be really nice. You can work half the day, or you can work maybe 2 hours, and then you have the rest of the day to spend on your art, spend with your dogs, meet up with some friends for some coffee, whatever.
Yeah, that's exactly what I intend to do. That's my plan, actually.
Okay, so how are you going to how are you going to be able to support yourself then on this 4 hours a day? What type of part-time work did you think you might look into?
Well, I'm not sure yet.
Okay, so how's your infrastructure there? How good's your internet connection? I'm curious.
It's very good. I I'm on fiber right now. So
You're on fiber, like, so what's your up down on your fiber connection?
probably five 500 or something.
500 up, 500 down. That's really good, man. Like that's really, really good. And you're not even in the capital?
No, I'm not living in the capital. Yeah,
How big is your city?
my city is like 100K or something.
100K. It's a good size. That's a really good size.
Yeah.
It's not too big to be overwhelmed. You know, it's
Yeah,
not too
exactly.
small
No,
to be
yeah,
overwhelmed.
it's very good in here.
Yeah, it's a really good
Yeah,
size city.
so I have like around 500 downloads. Yeah.
That's excellent, man. Dude, and you have a pretty modern computer?
Yeah, of course. It's around 1.5K.
Okay. So
Yeah.
so going back to your the original thing, you're talking about consistency and discipline.
Yeah.
There's one thing I suggest you take a look into. It's called Designing Your Life. There's a Google Talk, and there are a couple of these videos where this guy, I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now. It's called Designing Your Life. Because that's the position you're in right now. You have this great freedom, and you should use it responsibly.
Yeah,
Right?
that's why I'm trying to urgently find solutions because, uh, I'm at this step. I gotta take these steps that will, be very influential for my next 5 years or so.
Yes.
So I don't want to go back to the old, to the old thing.
Absolutely.
I gotta change my thinking patterns, and I gotta change my habits, and I gotta change everything, to be able to get where I want to. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
So my recommendation, if you when you have free time, go ahead and add that Designing Your Life Google Talk over to your watch list
yeah.
on YouTube.
I just Googled, so
Yeah.
I have TEDx.
TEDx, perfect. So that's even shorter. Then you're talking like 20, 30 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So this is something worth watching. Maybe before you go to bed tonight, while you're brushing your teeth or whatever. Okay, Go ahead and pull it up and just sit through it. But otherwise, okay, so you look at all these jobs you've had. You've now had how many different types of jobs?
Yeah.
It's like you can count them on one hand, or is it two hands, or is it more?
Excuse me, I didn't understand.
How many different types of jobs have you had?
I had a couple, I worked in restaurants. I worked landscaping. I worked as a sailor and stuff.
Sailor. Oh, that's fucking sexy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
good.
was housekeeping. Boat keeping. I had a couple. Even in some IT jobs like data entries and stuff.
Yeah, so you've been through a whole bunch of different types of jobs.
Yeah, of course.
I think that there's great power for you in working for yourself, right?
Yeah.
And you want to be able to set your own schedule, figure out when you're most productive, when you're most creative, and use those times appropriately. And these days, especially with a connection like you have, like you understand that so many people around the world don't have this flexibility because they don't have the infrastructure you have, right? You can secure working on behalf of Americans and earning US dollars while you're in Romania. And how much does it cost for you to live every month?
Well, it doesn't cost very much, let's say.
What is it in your local currency?
In my local currency,
Yeah.
Around 1.5K.
1.5K.
Yeah.
How much were
That's
you making at the old
that's
job?
the medium salary, I think.
Oh, it's the median salary. So you were making just a little more than that at your old job, or a lot more?
Yeah, something like that. No, not a lot more.
Just a little
It's a regular job. It's a
Yeah, it is. It's like
it's nothing outstanding. So yeah,
low skill labor, you could say.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So since you have technical skills, like definitely get the better
I
jobs.
do, yeah.
Right.
I'm even certified chef.
Yeah. Shit.
You
Then
know.
you have so many options available to you, man. I think for you, this designing your life will be a little trickier just because you have so many options available.
Yeah, but I have to find something that goes into that 4 hour, thingy, 4 hour time limit or stuff.
What is
or work.
1.5K of your local currency converted to US dollars?
That's around 500, I think.
Okay, 500. So look,
Yeah.
I will be charging people for IT services, okay? And I was talking with some other guys at the global Reddit meetup event here in Houston. Now, so many people on Reddit are in IT. And what they told me is a contractor in IT can charge around $120 an hour. So for you, if you were able to secure, $120 contract rate, then you would only need to work 4.5 hours in a month.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is silly. 4.5 hours of work to keep your roof over your head, food on your plate, and by paying to go to class, take care of your dogs. That's, but it's within the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
And you're probably not going to get that 4.5 hours right off the bat.
Yeah, probably it would take me much more time, but I
it could
get
be
the
40
idea.
hours in a month, but that's still nothing compared to 40 hours a week.
Yeah.
Now you're talking about doing 25% of the work and getting the same amount. So now you have 75% that you can give towards what you really care about.
Indeed.
Yeah, so I think yesterday, while I wasn't broadcasting, I was reading this book summary. It was about art and how to avoid being a starving artist, right? Because there's the author was saying there's the myth of the starving artist. People have this conception, many artists have this conception inside of their heads that in order to be a real artist, you have to be poor. You have to barely have enough to eat. You need to be eating ramen, drinking only black coffee because you can't buy coffee creamer. You should be staying inside of a place where you don't have a real bed. It's just like a roll on the floor.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you're just picking stuff up. Maybe picking up stuff as you walk around town, just exposing yourself to the world. As much as possible with art, the author recommends that you need to begin charging immediately and get comfortable selling your work, right? This means you have to make work that people are willing to buy.
Yeah.
Especially if you want to have stuff that's going to be remembered for a long time, it should have some commercial value, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Some value to somebody's willing to pay for it. They're more likely to cherish it and hold on to it and pass it on through generations, as opposed to just, oh well, this was kind of neat, I'm gonna give it to my friend because it's kind of boring now. You give your stuff away for free, nobody fucking values it. You charge top dollar, then suddenly you're wealthy as an artist.
Yeah, indeed.
Do you have friends that also are you making friends through these painting classes?
Yeah, I'm starting to making friends, but they are like starters just like me, so they have regular jobs and stuff, so
yeah, so you're in a bit of a unique
topics.
position. How do you spend your days right now? I mean, you've quit work about 2 months ago. How do you spend your days right now?
Well, in the last 2 months, I went to school and had my exams and tried to, become better at painting and stuff. So that was my main focus complete the school was my main focus. That's why I even, because what happened. It happened that in October or something like that, I got frustrated, with all this workload and then the school and stuff, and I couldn't handle it. So I dropped school, class. So after I dropped my job, I went right back at it. I went back at my painting class, and I tried to recover, to do the works that I had to do in 1 year, and then my exam paintings. So yeah, I did it. So now I'm a graduate.
Ah, terrific. This is school for what again?
Excuse me?
It was school for what? What was the purpose of this school?
Painting.
Oh, it was still painting. Okay, it is. Painting, you also have exams.
The exams consisted into making 2 paintings in oil on canvas.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, right on.
Yeah.
So it's mostly school, and then you take care of the dogs, and okay.
Yeah, and try to enjoy this peace before the storm, because I gotta, I gotta get something to work, I got to do my plan, and I gotta go into action.
Of course, man. It's the you're familiar with the parable. It's the ants and the grasshopper.
I'm not sure I understood.
The ant and the grasshopper.
No, I didn't.
So it's like spring, and there's the ant and the grasshopper, and the ants are constantly busy. The ant is constantly busy. The grasshopper is looking at the ants and wondering, like, what are they so busy for?
Oh yeah. I understand now. I know the story. Yeah.
Yeah, it's important. We always have to be planning, thinking at least one step ahead.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
Okay, final question.
But actually, this is cool because I don't get to talk about this stuff. I'm usually very closed. I'm usually a guy who doesn't talk about personal problems or stuff. And it really helped me to talk about it. It got me a more focused, let's say, into my current situation, let's say.
That's good.
But I know exactly what where I am situated, where I am right now. So
that's good, man. That's really good. I'm happy. I'm glad that you feel this way.
Yeah. Yeah. So, my questions were, how do you
ask me another. It's okay. I think you have the answer, right?
Yeah, I think I have the answer.
Yeah. But ask me another question. If we have time, then ask one more. I got time. I got time.
Yeah, tell me about.
I don't know. Ask me another question, man. Or I'll ask you one. I'll ask you one. There's one that I really want to ask you. Before you go into this designing your life exercise, there's a question I want to ask you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Describe your ideal day.
To describe my ideal day?
Yeah. ideal day in as much detail as possible from the time that you wake up until the time that you go to sleep.
Well,
Yeah, I know, but this is the designing your life exercise too, right? I just want to get an understanding of where you currently see this ideal day, and then after you do the exercise, the answer may change. So, describe that ideal day. Time you wake up to the time you go to bed.
you know, when I wake up, I like to have coffee.
Yeah.
So I would have coffee, but right after I take my dogs out, because that's, the first thing is go wash, brush my teeth, wash my face, etc.
Yeah.
And then take out my dogs, and then have my coffee. And you know what? I would like to have a 5-mile run in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So I would probably, in my ideal world, I would probably do that. Maybe not 5 miles, but at least 3 miles.
5 kilometers is good, right? 3.2 miles.
Yeah, it's okay. It's like half an hour running, because I used to do that before. So
me too, man.
yeah, it's very good. So I would probably do that, and then I don't know, work, and then work, because
Wait, you don't take a shower after the run? You just come back and you start working right away?
no, I gotta have a shower, of course.
Okay, and you take coffee before
Yeah,
or
I gotta
after
have
running?
a shower, and then I usually don't have breakfast.
Okay.
So yeah, I would not have breakfast. I would start working.
Okay. And what work are you doing?
4 hours.
In this ideal day, what work are you doing? You don't know yet.
Well, work.
Yeah. Like work to make
My
money.
ideal work would be my passion, which is painting.
Yes.
And creating stuff, creating, but it comes down to, putting the overall, how can I say, the overall design in everything. Let's say, even if I say fashion design or architecture or landscaping or stuff, I have to be like the head of the head of the design, let's say.
Gotcha. So you're doing it from your own vision. You're not building somebody else's vision.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
I would be like, picking up the colors, the shapes, the forms, everything,
Yeah.
Or at least if I would have a team under me, I would be the one who would say, this goes and this doesn't go.
Yeah.
I would let my team be creative, but you gotta come with 3 different things,
Right.
so that I can have something to pick from if you want to be creative about it.
Of course. Give me some options. I'll choose the one that looks best. So we don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because that's what I would do. When I work, for example, in creative situation, I like to do more than one version of it. Like 2, 3, 4, 5. Because until you get it right. Because sometimes this is what you need to do.
Yeah, it's an iterative process. It's not usually just the first time is perfect.
Exactly.
Okay, so you work for 4 hours, you said.
Yeah.
And then?
And then, well, if it's my passion, I don't work for 4 hours.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
work for
You work for
because
the
I
whole
can,
day.
you know.
Yeah, work until you're tired, until you're hungry.
I could take 12 hours, you know, if you know, but that would be like Monday, once or 2 days, maybe. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, this long hour
Right.
situation.
You don't want to do
Yeah.
that every day.
Yeah, because you know it's better if you take some time to enjoy other things and distance yourself from because from what you're doing, because then you would might come with a not with a fresh perspective or stuff. You
course.
gotta be constantly refreshing yourself.
Yes. It's very
in
important.
life. Because even when you spend time with your passions, this could stress you out.
Yes, it can.
You can become very very stressed if you are overdoing it. So yeah,
I agree.
overhyped. For example, when I used to go to the gym, I could become like overhyped because after gym, I could have this high energy that stays with me for hours, So, yeah, after, if I would go daily, for example, if I would have a daily schedule for workouts, I would get into that overhyped state. I would be very very sensitive to physical activity, to yeah.
Okay, so then you're winding down, you finish your work for the day, then what?
Well, then maybe I would have a swim into my pool.
You have your own pool?
In my ideal world.
Oh, in your ideal world, of course you have a pool. Yeah. You have a sauna too, right? Yeah, I'm with you. That's good.
Yeah, that's right, man.
Yeah, you gotta have the pool.
We gotta enjoy life,
Of course.
If that's right, Lou.
Yep. This is ideals we're talking about, not just like
Master Lou is my friend there. We are gaming together sometimes, so he's here, watching us, watching you actually, and hearing the dialogue.
That's terrific.
Yeah. So yeah.
All right. So you have yourself a nice swim, then dinner. You skip lunch?
No. This would be like until before lunch, So then I would have lunch, and after lunch,
Do you eat alone, or do you meet with some friends?
What?
Who are you eating with? By yourself or with some friends? Or your?
I would like to eat with friends or
who wouldn't, man?
Family.
Who wouldn't, man? It's so much better than eating lunch by yourself.
Exactly. All alone is like.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So friends, family, people close to you.
Yeah.
Not business relations.
If I would have to, lunch is good for business introductions. I think
it is.
I think business as well. Business.
Yeah, we can take care of some business at lunch.
Yeah.
If we have to.
That's
Otherwise,
really
I'm going to eat with my friends and family.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah. And then maybe take out my dogs, or walk in the park, or walk in my garden. I would like to have a big garden. In my ideal world, I would have like 1,000 square feet. I don't know, square meters.
Oh, that's big.
Garden.
Yeah, that's big. That's like a house. That's a house-sized garden, man. Garden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
a big property, you know. I would like to live in a big property, you know.
Yeah. Why not live a rich life in your ideal life?
Exactly. Why not? Everything could be mine in my ideal world. I would like to have a helicopter as well.
Dude, I want a jetpack. Just something you can put on your back and you can fly like the Rocket Man.
You're going too far right now. No, it's not. It's not that far, you know.
No, it's coming. It's coming, man. It's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. It should come, you know. You know, when it comes when you are ready for it.
Yes. You need to build the foundation, and then everything else will follow.
Exactly. That's right, Master Lou. So yeah.
Okay. So we had lunch. We had lunch and walked the dogs, worked in the garden a little bit. What about the evening? What's the evening look like?
The evening. I would like to go to some events in the evening, you know, to talk with people, you know.
Yes. I want to socialize a bit. Meet some new people.
Exactly.
Get some new ideas.
Exactly, you know, to expose yourself to the world and to get from the world, you know, because once you expose yourself, you get from the world. I think, you know, in order to get the meaning of life, you know, the new ideas, the new inspirations, the new experiences, you got to get out there, you know. You got to have the courage to be out there with the people, you know. So yeah, I would like that. I would like to go out more and be present at the events, you know, social events and stuff. Not like live concerts and stuff, you know. This is not for me, you know. No, it depends on the artist. If it would be Michael Jackson, for example, I would, you know.
Back from the grave, one night only in Romania. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
So at the event, like in your ideal day, do you spend the night with somebody or do you go to the bed alone?
Of course, I would spend, you know, in my ideal day, I would spend my time with, you know, a partner, a girl,
not just
or more,
or more,
a girl or more,
or more.
You know, because, you know, you don't know. It's either love or passion, you know. So when it's passion, I think it's more than one.
I mean, you know, why not? If you can afford it, okay.
Yeah,
man. This sounds good. I like it. It sounds like a really, really good time.
But you know, everything in my rhythm, you know, I'm not very fast, you know, I'm not a fast pace guy, you know. I mean, I used to be like that, but you know, when I'm like that when I work, because I am my pattern is get the work done, you know, in an efficient time, you know, get the work done because I wanna go to the next thing, you know. So this is how I do when I have work to do. I have to put all my focus in it, and you know, I have to do it right and do it fast, you know. This is so, but the rest, you know, I like to enjoy, I like to lay back, and you know, even at the gym, I like to, you know, don't rush into things, you know. You gotta taste life.
Yes. So
because
you
we're
smell
here
the roses.
to live the moment,
Exactly.
the moment. Yeah.
Exactly. So Master Lou asked a question. He says, guys, what is the meaning of life for you? Do you want to take that one?
The meaning of life, Master Lou. Well, for me, since I don't have these family responsibilities, big responsibilities, I didn't build a family, so it might sound different, very different. For me, in my perspective, is creation, is to be as creative as possible, So yeah, this is the meaning of life for me, to create things.
Yeah.
Probably, that's why I want to go into it deeper, into art,
Right.
That's why I want to spend more time into this passion and focus more into this, because, once you get going with experience and stuff, you start developing that efficiency, probably say. You start creating things faster. This is what I want to say. You start building stuff faster.
The first time is always the hardest.
Yeah, exactly. Once you get past the skill level, once you get past the skill level and got some insights into art, into making art, it's a lot easier for you to start creating stuff and give the world more complicated creations, more deeper things. So this is for me the meaning of life, creation. I mean, I think everything comes down to it. We create, with every move, with every breath, we create situations, emotions, etc., etc., actions, reactions, whatever,
Yes.
So we have to be very how is it called? Very into the moment. How is it called? I'm not. Very rational, maybe, about the moment. Very, you cannot be absorbed, by things, long time things. You gotta be able to be rational about things so that you are able to create even more and, and better life, of course. I think that's why. Okay, stop me.
No, you're great, man.
Stop me, because I'm starting to.
Starting to what?
I'm starting to lose myself in.
It's good. I think it's
good. I cannot speak very well in English, so I'm not, saying expressing myself very well. So yeah.
That's perfectly fine, man. I mean, this is how you get better at it. It's just a process like everything else. Right? Like, I could not express myself very fluently in French, but while you were speaking earlier, I was trying to translate English into French just so that I could practice in my head.
So it's not rational, it's conscious,
Conscious.
Be conscious, in every every second about your life. You know, this is what I'm trying to get better at, actually. You know, to be conscious.
If I might propose a word, mindful.
Mindful, yeah.
Yes. Mindfulness.
Mm. Yeah.
That's good, man. I like that you're a creator, not somebody who thinks that their purpose is to destroy. Because there are a lot of people out there who, for whatever reason, feel like, hey, destruction is my cup of tea. I just want to destroy beautiful things. These are what we call assholes.
Yeah, indeed. The world, you know, has both sides. So, you know,
each of us has both sides.
Yeah. Yeah. At the end, you know, you have a choice to make. You know, so you know, some choose the other way around. So yeah.
Yeah. And they'll live by that decision. They face the consequences. They have to be willing to accept them.
Exactly. Yeah. But you know, this gave me like a new perspective. What you just said is like they have those expectations, you know, that they will live. You know, is there? That's how their world's supposed to be. I mean, you know, because you know, when you are doing wrong to somebody else, you expect, you know, something wrong to coming back. You know, this is their ideal, you know, situation. I cannot.
It's fuck or be fucked.
Yeah, it's like, no, they're thinking, you know, they have this thinking pattern that they are fucked. They have a fucked life, so they gotta fuck everything else, you know. So,
yep.
So they live in that fucked life because they choose to, you know, they're like, you know, I wanna live in this fucked life, you know, something like that. I wanna live like this, you know, because it's their choice. I think it's a conscious choice, you know. Once you get old enough, it's a mindful choice, right?
If you adopt the mentality of being a victim and don't take personal responsibility for your actions that led to your circumstances, then it's very easy to end up falling into this pattern of thinking.
Yeah, exactly. Well, not only the victim pattern, you know, there's the, you know, because some are alphas, some have the alpha.
You're right.
Mentality.
You're right.
And these are the most dangerous.
Yes,
you
they
know,
are.
Because
they have the resources and power to cause real great harm. These are the ones that you really have to look out for. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, the world is vicious, you know, it's really dangerous out there. So you gotta be somewhat, you know.
And that's why we keep the guns, my friend. That's why we keep the guns.
Exactly. You gotta be there to defend your principles and stuff, you know, to defend your way of life, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there are people out there that they just want to cause pain and suffering to others. You don't strike me as one of these people. Because you have dogs, man. That says a lot. That you can take care of small animals smaller than yourself, weaker than yourself, and provide for them. That says something about you as a man.
Well, you know, my dogs are actually very old, you know. One of my dogs is 16 years old. and the other is 10 years old. So, they're both very close friends of mine, little friends, even though, they're very special beings in my life. So, yeah.
Yeah, I understand, man.
You know how it is, because I see you have a dog as well.
Yeah.
And I have a cat who's 17 years old. I have many group of old animals in here.
Yeah. Well, eventually they'll move on, and then you'll be happy you had them, that you took good care of them while you had them, and then when you're ready, you'll get a new set.
Yeah.
But hopefully they continue to be with you for a long time. Hopefully you'll have achieved your success before they move on. So they can also be there to enjoy that ideal world with you. Because they've been with you through a lot already, right?
My dogs.
Oh yeah, your pets.
Well, my cat and my dogs are since birth.
I see.
Since their birth, I have them.
Yeah. So you've been there for them their whole lives.
Yeah.
They're hopelessly devoted to you.
Something like that, yeah. They're very, you know how dogs are, they're like there for you, unconditionally.
Of course.
Yeah. It's a big responsibility as well, to have dogs and to have pets in general.
It is.
Yeah, because you have to, give of your time and, provide them happiness, you have to, because if not, why would you keep them, why would you have them if you don't share the happiness with them?
Of course, I'm with you. In Romania, can you take your dogs with you to the store?
In the stores, I don't usually go, because since I do have 2 dogs,
yeah,
I don't usually go in the stores because it's
too much trouble.
Nutty. Yeah, it's a nutty situation.
But can you, if you wanted to, could you take them both with you and people would say nothing? They would just like, oh yeah, hey, nice dogs. I like your dogs, man.
Maybe in some stores I could
say the
go
supermarket. Could you go to the supermarket?
In the supermarket? No, I don't.
Oh, that's too bad.
think.
That's too bad. They like the supermarkets because there's so many smells. There's so much to look at. Look at all this food, man.
It's like the perfect world for them.
Yeah.
The ideal.
There's food everywhere. There's too much to eat. Call your friends.
Yeah, exactly. Call a friend. Oh my God.
Yeah, sometimes I'll take my dog with me to the supermarket. I just put him on my shoulder, carry him around, and let him look. There's so much to look at.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
But they when they are, sitting up, they are like bosses, when you take them up, and in your arms and stuff, and carry them around.
Yeah.
They're like very comfortable.
Oh yeah.
They're sitting like bosses. Yeah. So yeah, man, thanks.
It's been my pleasure.
It was very interesting to have this conversation, to have this dialogue with you, and I really enjoyed it. And keep up the good work. I like the way you are coming. You have 300 videos.
I know.
man.
This is nothing.
You're
You should see
like
the YouTube.
you're giving. You actually leave something there for you leave content. So for us there. So try to make it as much as formative, fun.
I have fun every day with this.
Possibly can.
I tell you,
It's the-
I have a YouTube channel as well. That's the thing that I
Yeah.
really want to focus on growing.
I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm working on this personal finance series that's, I think it's applicable to more than just the United States, but I need to learn what resources are available to consumers in other countries. It's going to be a long-term project, but I want to make sure that the first stones are laid very carefully, because this could power me forward for a long time, enabling me to go create art and go travel and do the things that I wish to do. Just through helping other people, I'm not selling people anything.
Yeah, you are doing good thing. Yeah, you are an example. Because that's why I'm here. Because I find yourself to be good example for others. It's good to take. To take advice from a guy like you, because you're proving yourself up there. So yeah.
Well, thank you. It means a lot to me, but I'm just a good-looking loser.
Like? What did you say last?
I said thank you, but I'm just a good-looking loser.
Come on.
I'm playing. I don't know. I'm gonna win, man. I'm gonna win. This is gonna be a very hard year, a very challenging year with many, many experiences and lessons to be learned along the way, but I'm gonna win. You'll continue to see me here and I'll grow. Slowly but surely I'll grow.
Yeah, well, good luck with your plans, with your projects, man, because you're a good guy. I like that. I know that you are going to, you are going to influence other people.
Somebody called me. Hopefully they didn't fuck everything up. Hello? Speaking. Doing great. How are you, Agent Pena?
Doing good. Hey, do you still, you're at 66?
Yeah, that's still my current address. Yes, sir.
I have some information that I'd kind of like to talk to you about, in person. You're not in trouble or anything like that, but, I just need to clarify some info that we received, essentially, online, people reporting, some different stuff. And I just wanted to clarify, some of that information. Then I also noticed you had a brief encounter with Harris County, although it was dismissed.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Regarding some shots fired.
Yeah, there were some shots fired. I haven't actually shared that publicly, but that's
Right.
good. Of course, you have access to all of its public information.
Right. Are you able to come into our office and talk to me for a few minutes? Shouldn't be too long, either this afternoon or tomorrow sometime.
Sir, where's your office located?
Okay, I'm located at 1 Justice Park.
1 Justice Park.
It's just the number 1.
Uh-huh.
Justice Park Drive,
Uh-huh.
Houston.
Okay, and that's whereabouts in town is that?
So our office is going to be off of 290 and 43rd Street.
Okay, is it possible for you to come to my location, or is that asking too much?
I could, but so I mean, that you have to come right now.
Oh, sure.
I'm sure you have busy and you have some work stuff going
I
on.
mean, I do have I have a pretty fair degree of flexibility in my day. It's just that I like to avoid running around town too much. It's, I have an old car. I do most of the maintenance on it myself, and you know how it is here. It's nuts. It's nuts. So I know I'm asking a lot for you to come out here too.
Right. It makes it a little bit easier if you're able to come into our office. Generally, is where we like to talk.
Yeah, I guess, would this be like a videotaped interview? Or,
No.
No. Is there anything that we can discuss over the phone while we're talking that would help? I would like to understand the nature of these reports, for instance. Again, your affiliation, you're Agent Pena with the FBI.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
That's correct. And it's just, with these things, we just prefer to do it in person.
Okay. Fair enough. What are your hours?
So usually we're 8:15 to 5:15.
8:15 to 5:15. Okay. And how long do you anticipate that we'll need a visit?
Maybe 30 minutes or so.
30 minutes or so. Okay.
Yeah, shouldn't be. I'm not gonna keep you too long.
I hope not.
No.
Yeah. Things get busy sometimes. A lot to be done.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, sir, thank you for your call today. Let me route it out, see how far it is. Can I reach you back directly at this number?
So let me see. When do you think you might be able to come in? This afternoon or tomorrow?
I'd have to route it, but today I have some degree of flexibility, as I stated. So today I may be able to swing by. I'll take a look at the traffic patterns. I hate to get caught in this rush hour. It's terrible.
Especially with the rain going on.
Yeah.
But let me give you my direct desk number here.
Okay, your direct desk number. Go ahead when you're ready, please. Okay. Okay, this is all right. I've got it noted on the sheet of paper in front of me, and let me take a look at the routing, and then I'll return your call shortly. All right. Talk to you soon. Oh shit, on the bright side, I didn't get swatted. Instead, I just have the FBI. I've got a fucking file now. Oh my god. Wow, dude.
Whoa, what is that?
Yeah, I just, that was a phone call from an FBI agent. Agent Pena phone call. Somebody's reported me and it reached the attention of the FBI.
But why?
Because people see that I have a firearm and they want to give me trouble. And because I'm Asian and I'm living in a country that's run by white people. That's it, in a nutshell.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. The world is a pretty fucked up place at times, but it's still beautiful too. I like it. Let me fix this. The phone calls fuck things up on my end. So I just want to be sure there's no hiccups. I need a moment, and I'll let you know when I'm good to go again. Funny, I was wondering how long it would take before I received such a phone call or had police knocking on my door. Because I know that what I do is it's different from what most people do on this platform. Like, I show quite a bit. And it can be controversial, especially in these times. Anyhow, where were we before this happened? Oh yeah, you were talking about, yeah. So I want to thank you for sharing too about your experience, being willing to talk about it. As you said, you're normally not very open about these things. You tend to be more private, and I am too. I am actually quite a reserved person for the most part, but broadcasting, it requires something out of you, right, in order to be successful in this space. So these days I share more and more of my experience, but I also do it not only because it's for the content, it's also because I recognize that when you share your experience, you'll also attract people who have had similar experiences, people who are going through, have experienced similar struggles, or are presently in the middle of such a struggle. And then you have this opportunity to really get deep with these folks. You know, truly connect and get to know the other party.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we keep in touch, right? With your thing there.
This new thing that popped up.
Sorry. And if you remember, it was there was a guy who was
Swedish kid. Yeah, maybe he's causing me some trouble. This 24-year-old guy, man.
You know, stay real and stay safe, you know.
Thank you, man. Thank you. And you know, now that you're
your server, yeah.
excellent. Look, when you have some time and you're ready to introduce yourself, on you. You know, anytime you wish to engage, just reach out.
Thanks a lot. I will. Yeah, well, take care. I'm George.
George, it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm really grateful to you.
Yeah.